Hello, I'm Dr. Larry Green, the founder of Bokashi Cycle, and I'd like to take a few minutes today to talk to you about a more efficient way of dealing with food waste and food scraps. Most people end up taking their food waste on a semi-industrial scale and putting it into a dumpster, and ultimately it ends out in a landfill. It's far more efficient if you can take that food waste, shred it, pulverize it, rip it and tear it apart, compacting it so you can get a lot more of the volume of the waste in a single container. And the advantage of this is it's going to be a lot less costly. If you're paying to have a dumpster hauled away when it's full, if you can trash, shred, pulverize that food waste, you'll get sometimes as much as 8 times the volume or 8 times the material into the same volume container. And that's a big advantage. But more importantly, at Bokashi Cycle, what we think is important is in the shredding process, we can add culture mix while it's running through the shredder, and in that way we get it started fermenting, and 10 days later that material is a very valuable and useful product. We can lay it out in a farm field and till it into the soil and improve the crop yields. We can make the soil retain the water much more avidly. We have all kinds of advantages by Bokashi fermenting. We get rid of the noxious smell of rotting food waste. We get rid of insects. We don't attract rats. So all of that can be done, and it can be done very efficiently with this machine. Now the machine is designed setting on a stand that's positioned so that you can slide or roll this one way or the other right over the top of a 55-gallon drum, and you can fill it while it's operating to complete fullness, and then scoot it to the side, lift this with a dolly and move it off someplace else and bring another barrel in place. This is an electric-driven machine. It has a single-phase 3-horsepower electric motor. It's very powerful. It's using chain walls to pulverize the food waste, and in so doing breaks it up into very small particles, increasing the surface area dramatically. And in addition to the thrashing box, we have a hopper that has a feeding mechanism in it that will meter the material into the box, making it also more efficient for processing large, bulky things like pineapple head, waste, watermelon, corn cobs, etc. Any kind of food waste can be processed in this machine. To get access to the hopper, because it'll be high when it's in the up-mounted position, we have a convenient stand that has 2 steps and a platform, and it's built out of stainless steel and powder coated, so it's weather resistant. It can be left outdoors all throughout the year, and it will tolerate the weather. The machine itself has a number of safety features. It has an electrical cutoff so that when you're opening the hopper up to have access to the shredding box, you're not in danger of accidentally or inadvertently getting struck by any moving equipment. It has warning labels on it, which you should heed. Where there's an opening on the bottom for the exit when the machine's in operation, that would be dangerous if you were to put your hands into this area. Same with the hopper. You don't reach down into a hopper when it's in operation, because that would potentially lead to injury. Every machine comes with its bar-coded serial number and our contact information, and we can provide these to anyone interested in shredding or pulverizing their food waste very simply by placing an order online. I'm going to put the hopper in the up position. It will bolt to the shredding box. In this position, the machine, which weighs about 500 pounds, can be lifted with a chain by a hoist. It should be lifted safely. Let's put the hopper in the up position. Takes a moment just to thread the washer and the locking nut in position. And the advantage of having these 2 connectors so that we can move the hopper down is if we get a jam, we can unjam that very easily if there's any reason we have to get into the shredding box. So the machine now is ready to operate. We would slide the barrel into position directly underneath the shredding box. The stairs can be moved and connected to the stand, or the stand can be swiveled and rotated and pinned to the stairs so that when the machine is in operation, the two can't separate. In order to run the operation, we simply mount the platform, press the starter switch, throw our waste into the top of the hopper, and it's ready to go. Well, that's how easy it is to take your food waste, compact it by shredding it, pulverizing it, and in the process adding culture mix to it to ferment it will do well as well. We have a second motor on the back of the hopper. Some of you may be curious as to why there are two motors. This motor drives the feeding hopper metering device that assists in getting and moving, transporting material directly into the shredding box. Thank you very much.